You think Emily's a villain?
Dude, she is a shit stirrer.
She gets her she gets her own.
Skanked here.
I'm calling her skank tier, and I'm sorry if that offends you, dear listener, but Emily was the first one to throw the skank stone out right after saying how smart she was. And in my personal opinion, as soon as you tell me how smart you are, and then that word leaves your mouth, male or female, I instantly have lost a lot of respect for you. And Emily, that's like her high point. It just keeps going down from there. All she does is berate Matt
Yeah,
like
she does.
all
She
the
did.
time, and she's just I don't know, she's just an all around awful person.
Literally everybody.
Yeah, like she's just
Yeah, that's why I was going to put her in the villain tier until you made that one.
terrible person to yeah. So I made a new
Yeah.
Emily tier that was below the villain tier on purpose, and yes, I think it's below the villain tier.
Oh, death. Oh, death.
Welcome to the Cable Club. We're a video gaming podcast where three guys wander around in the dark, and we're linking up to talk about the games you love and rank them.
Do we eat each other too?
That sounds gross. Stop it.
Oh, okay.
This is episode number 68. We're your hosts. I'm Steve.
I'm Dan. Wendigo Dan.
And
Wendigo.
until dawn.
And we're talking about Until Dawn. Surprising.
Me.
So get ready to upload data from us to you. But first, let's set the mood. High in the isolated peaks of Blackwood Mountain, a snow-choked nightmare. It's cold, dark, and eerie. 8 friends return to the lodge where tragedy once struck, only to realize something is off. Almost as if something is stalking them in the dark. The mountain doesn't hide secrets, it buries them. Floorboards groan under unseen weight. Distant screams echo through frozen forests, and the flutter of butterfly becomes a web of interwoven choices that all feel like a loaded gun. One wrong decision, one moment of panic, and the story twists mercilessly, turning trust into suspicion and friends into corpses. As the night deepens, the lines between human cruelty and something far older begin to blur. A masked figure hunting them feels terrifyingly real. The mountain itself harbors a dark secret. Legends whisper of the Wendigo, a gaunt, starving shape that moves faster than fear itself. Guided by the unnerving presence of Dr. Hill, you're forced to confront not only monsters in the snow, but also your own thoughts and instincts. In Until Dawn, survival isn't about bravery, it's about sacrifice and grit. And sometimes, the scariest moment isn't the creatures in the shadows. It's realizing that your choices are the only thing keeping you alive, or sentencing you to a cold, harsh death.
Love it.
Or it's about not hitting your head on a tree as you try to slide under it, running from said Wendigo.
All the climbing scenes as like, Mike and
You
Sam.
mean jumping
Sam.
scenes?
Yeah, dude, I'm just imagining slipping on the ice and cracking your head open.
Yeah.
Just don't miss your
100%.
QTEs.
Yeah, no, I'm good at those. PlayStation, dude. Thank God for the PlayStation and keeping their buttons the same forever.
Yeah, if this was X and Y, I absolutely would have had an issue
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah,
But,
thanks
I was happy to play
Nintendo
on the
and
PlayStation.
Microsoft.
I still maintain PlayStation perfected the controller, back in the 90s. They haven't had to change it since. It's perfect. It's perfect.
Yeah. Agreed. Love it.
All right. Before we get into that, I just have a couple of announcements. One is that we'll be starting our league in a couple of episodes, and we're in the middle of our winter backlog. So this part of the year, I'm hoping to turn into a tradition when the months get cold and seasonal depression sets in. We get to play some games that have been on our backlog and some games that have been on your backlog. So this episode was a random choice. from our listeners who submitted games to us. That was picked out of a somewhat limited pool. If you're interested in that, continue to submit games because we have one more of these episodes left after tonight or after today. It is too late to put it in for this episode, but one more. So one chance. Hear us talk about any game you possibly could want off that random chance. You can send us an email at thecableclubpodcast@gmail.com, or better yet, join the Discord and hang out with us from week to week where we talk about the game that we are playing. And then after that, we're going to start our league. So this year's league, we're going to do indie games. So we already have some people lined up for that. It should be a pretty interesting schedule this year. The league is going to run a similar format like it did last year, and details soon to come for that. And then I won't belabor the merch that we launched every single episode, but I will just mention that it's in the link below. And if you want to support us, and just remember that anything you buy, any profit we make, 20% goes to Extra Life, and you can find the exact Extra Life donation in each product description if you choose to buy. Dan, want to kick us off for question of the week?
Question of the week comes from Lady Lishi. She wrote, "What is your favorite and least favorite video game to movie adaptation?" Boys, let me hear them answers.
So my favorite is, man, there. So I don't know if I'll say my favorite, but I think a really good one that comes to mind, and I think all three of them are great, are the Sonic movies, honestly, are really, really good, especially because of how much Sega shits on Sonic for the last 20 years. I think nobody expected those movies to be great, especially, with the ugly Sonic fiasco happening before that, but all three are really good, especially the third one. And I would give a special shout out to the Mario movie too. I think the Mario movie was everything it needed to be and was on the whole excellent. But least favorite, man, there's some real bad ones.
I know.
I honestly do not like the old Mario movie. Like the
Come
old one.
on.
It's charming though.
No, it's not.
Those
I
Goombas.
didn't think it was charming when I was a kid.
Mario,
Like,
anything's
I'm
possible.
like, why did they
You just gotta believe.
do this? Like just every decision in that movie was like, why? Why did they do this? Like, did anybody even turn the game on? Like,
Yoshi's like a velociraptor.
yeah, like a literal. But Bowser's like
he's like a dude, isn't he? Like,
yeah, who played him?
He's got like
Dennis
cornrows.
Hopper.
Yeah, he's just Dennis Hopper, like having the time of his life playing that. I guess he's not even Bowser; he's King Koopa. But it's just, I just don't understand where the inspiration came from.
You're now a member of the royal family, Goomba.
You know what, that movie reminds me of, like, the U.S. box arts of like old, Nintendo games. That's basically what that whole movie was.
Yeah, right. It's like box art Mega Man the movie. When is Mega Man gonna get a movie? He deserves a movie.
Well, I don't know if it's a movie, but aren't they like making a series or something? Or like I remember hearing that a while ago.
It does not look good. It's like a kid series.
Of course.
Oh boy. Anyway, moving on before that.
So there's a lot of cool adaptations lately. Like, obviously, you touched on Mario and on Sonic. The Until Dawn movie, speaking of this game, was actually pretty cool.
Oh, really?
As just a horror movie.
I didn't want to go there because I do intend to talk about it.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm just talking about some of the
very
stuff.
Good.
Would you guys consider Ready Player One?
It's a video game themed movie, but I don't think it's an adaptation of a game.
But it has a bunch of stuff in it from games too.
So does Wreck-It Ralph. Would you consider that in the same category?
I mean, fairly close.
I just think they got licensing to put in licensed extras.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I mean,
Mechagodzilla.
If I could pick it, that'd probably be it. But if I can't pick it, then I don't know. I guess I'm gonna go with. I want to pick something that you didn't pick. So
yeah, I know.
I'm gonna pick Uncharted. I think it was fun.
I actually liked it a lot.
Yeah, I think it was fun.
It was unjustly criticized.
And I'm a Tom Holland fan too. So
Wahlberg. I didn't think Wahlberg was going to be a good Sully, but it kind of sold it to me as being a young Sully.
Yeah. Well, we're supposed to be getting a sequel, so I'm waiting for that.
You think he's going to grow a stash for that?
I don't know.
Can he grow a stash?
What was Nathan's brother's name? I can't remember.
Tommy?
That sounds right, but I couldn't remember. But he's supposed to be in
Tommy.
it. Least favorite, I watched it a bunch as a kid, but it's really bad. It's even worse than the Mario movie. You guys seen the Double Dragon movie?
No, I didn't even know one existed. That's
It's
funny.
bad.
Is it weird that people now like idolize stuff that was terrible when we were kids? Like people like the Street Fighter movie now, and you're like,
It's nostalgia, man.
Yeah.
I don't hate the Mario movie. I think it's like a fun time if you separate the amount that I actually think about that movie, it can't be as awful as it is. It's just a childhood memory.
yeah. But let's be realistic about that, right? Okay, it's a childhood memory. You had a good time with it. It doesn't mean you turn
Yeah.
around and are like, oh yeah, it's a great movie. It deserves gold standard critic praise.
I'm not saying it should be critically acclaimed as like amazing. I'm saying that it stuck with me. Do you know how many movies I've seen that didn't stick with me?
Maybe I'm just realistic about the sense that like I can like bad things and that's okay.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what
Yeah.
I mean. Like, it can be bad, but if you enjoy it to make fun of it for whatever reason you choose, and it's worth a spot in your brain to remember after all these years, it's got to be something.
All right, so listen, back in those days, my choice would have been the Mario movie or flip over to like the Disney Channel to watch like Halloween Town or Xenon. Okay, and I would have chosen Xenon or Halloween Town every day of the week over that movie. It was kind of a disgrace.
That's fair. But we were really short on video game movies at the time. So,
It's true, and
Yeah,
that was
we
not
were.
that was not the mustard.
all right, Dan, tell us about Resident Evil.
Yeah, I
The
mean,
first one.
honestly, I was gonna pick the Mario movie because I just watched it like 6 months ago. But man, I wish I could do like a series because I would definitely pick the season 1 of Castlevania. I don't know, maybe a Pokemon movie when I watched as a kid.
Oh,
You
the
don't
first
remember?
Pokemon movie was pretty good. I liked
Yeah,
it.
So you don't want to
What
pick
Mew?
Minecraft movie?
I
Haven't
didn't
watched
watch
it.
it. So
Haven't
I haven't
watched it.
watched it either. I'm not interested.
I mean, it's got Jack Black in it. How bad could it be?
And Jason Momoa.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Momoa.
exactly.
So yeah, I guess I'll pick the first Pokemon movie because I remember that liking that fondly as a kid. As far as like a bad movie, I don't really follow Warcraft all that much, but I remember watching that movie and just not being impressed whatsoever.
Oof, the costuming was a woof in that movie.
Yeah, I
That
remember
was awful.
there was this one scene where like there was like a one-on-one with like an orc and a human, and it like sucked. It was poorly done. And the fight was over in like 2 seconds, but like the whole like they were like drawing it up to like be like this most like badass fight because there were like these two important figures and the fight was over in like 5 seconds.
That's like real PvP.
Yeah, I don't know.
In World of
I was
Warcraft.
like, that's it.
What was the last fight you were in?
Yeah, well, I know, but it's a movie. It's got to be flashy.
Can we go around the table and pick a movie that we deserve or that we think deserves a game adaptation?
Sure, I'm fine with that.
So, I mean, obviously, or we could pick a movie to game adaptation. Because I was thinking about Lord of the Rings and how they're coming out with a new like AAA, like the entirety of Middle Earth is going to be explorable, like a Hogwarts Legacy or a one of those games.
Don't they have a few Lord of the Ring games?
Yeah, and the Two Towers on the GameCube was sick. And there's a fair amount of movies that did get games too.
I was gonna say it's kind of a shallower pool than one would think.
No, dude, you got Top Gun, you got Die Hard,
Top
you
Gun
got
has a game.
yeah.
It does. It does. That's what I'm saying. Like there are not a lot of movies out there that this is a surprisingly few amount of movies that I think are worth talking about that don't have a game adaptation.
Oh, that's what you mean. Well, I think a lot of movies now don't have games. But you know what did get a game, and I kind of want to look at it, but I'm kind of like also very apprehensive. Is they have the Frontiers of Pandora or whatever, and it's about like Pandora from Avatar, and you get to like
Yeah.
ride the animals and explore all of that, and that seems like an interesting idea to me.
I feel like Avatar: The Last Airbender should get like a real game. I don't know if they have or not,
They probably do.
basically, but
That'd
I
be
feel like that's
good.
a really interesting
Mm.
IP to put in a game setting. I feel like you could do anything with it. You could do like a tournament fighter. You could do like an MMORPG. You could do, just a regular turn-based RPG. This is like so much you could do with it, honestly. You could do like a Warcraft style, like city builder type of thing, like pick your faction and go to war. Like there's just so much you could do with that IP, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the Legend of Korra? I think there's a game for that, actually.
Oh,
Could
maybe.
be.
But
Could be.
yeah, that would be cool to have more of those. Nobody said Angry Birds. Those movies are fucking hilarious. Dude, they're
Are they?
so funny.
Are they really? I thought you were joking.
I just saw
No.
that one scene. What was it like? Was it Angry Birds 3 with the Eagles?
The second one.
Oh, okay. When they're
How
at
do
the
you make them?
bathroom?
How do you said there's 3 of them?
I think there's only 2.
2? What is there about like what's the lore behind Angry Birds? How do you make 2 movies out
Dude,
of that?
you have a daughter. You should watch it with her.
Mario, hello.
Yeah, come on.
And by the way, the Mario movie told like no story. Just saying.
Who's training Mario up to beat Bowser?
It's just yeah.
I'd like to see an Elden Ring movie adaptation. I think that'd be sick. Like that
That'd be
that
cool.
whole world is like so huge, and like all the like different, there's like a bunch of different gods that you fight and stuff like that, and they all have like their own goals and stuff, and then you go around. Like I just think like if they did it right, like the actual fight scenes could be, really sick looking.
That made me think of like if they had a Bloodborne movie, that would be
Yeah,
sick.
that too. Yeah.
What a Metroid movie.
Yeah, dude, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'd be for that for sure.
I
If
still
they
think
didn't
that
put
SNL Mario Kart concept has legs.
with Pedro Pascal.
I would give that at least a couple episodes.
It's like it makes me think of the Twisted Metal TV show.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I really love it.
If
you're
they
into
did a
that, like,
Metroid
camp-
movie, they'd have to have a scene where she's in the elevator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much they could do, right?
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, audience answers. We're going to start with Lobaka. He said, my favorite movie is probably Mortal Kombat. And then his least favorite,
The new one or
Is,
the old one?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
Oh,
I
okay.
would have.
Probably the old one. I mean,
Yeah.
it's nostalgic classic.
Yeah.
It
His
was
le-
the best video game movie back then.
Dude, that theme song, like they were cooking back then. His least favorite, probably Doom.
Oh, that was fun.
It's bad, but I will give it a lot of points for the end when it's in like the first person mode and he's going crazy on the.
Yeah.
Raise your hand if you thought Rock was going to make it.
I don't know. I don't really watch movies. All right. Lycianthia. He actually, I don't even think he listed a favorite, but he said Pixel was trash. It's not a specific game, but it's video game adjacent.
Lycianthe is like, I don't care what my favorite is. I need to call this game out. It's trash.
It's pretty bad. It's like, not only is it a trash video game movie, they also just like took all the worst aspects of Adam Sandler and shoved it into one movie.
Yeah.
I say that as a fan. Didn't catch any of his good side.
Oh, that's a shame. I feel like that's hard to do. He's such a funny dude. All right. Happiny. If I had to pick one, the Super Mario Bros. Movie is it for me. I mean, yeah, it's pretty good. Least favorite, Street Fighter was pretty rough. Is he probably talking about the live action one? I'd assume.
Yeah, I would bet.
Yeah, because like the anime version that they'd had out, like that one was actually pretty sick. Like
The one
that,
with-
That's cool.
dude, that anime art.
Jean-Claude Van Damme, that's the one he's talking about as Guile.
Yeah. And that quote from Bison, where it's like, it was just a Tuesday, or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, you laugh, but he was the best actor in the movie by far. So I grew up watching that like Street Fighter like Saturday morning cartoon once in a while, where they really warped all the characters and like Guile was like the main character.
Yeah.
And then I saw that movie and I didn't even blink at the idea that Guile was the main character. And it took like until like way later in life for me to figure out that like Ryu was the intended main character. And I think in like the Saturday morning cartoon, he was like a coward or something. Like him and Ken were always like hiding. It's like what I seem to remember.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
You're not talking about the movie, right? They actually had a series, a cartoon
Yeah,
series.
yeah.
I
They
didn't
had like
know
a
about
Saturday
that.
morning cartoon, and Chun-Li's whole catchphrase was, "I'm the strongest woman in the world."
Oh, really?
It's like,
I'm gonna have to look that up. I didn't even realize. But
it's not good.
But the anime movie, that art style is probably one of my favorite. Like I don't watch a lot of anime, but I think it's so
Yeah.
gorgeous.
It's good.
I love it. Lady Lishi, favorite. I quite enjoy all the Mortal Kombats. Sonic has my heart though.
Sonic.
Sonic.
I'm still mad at Sonic
Why? What did he do to you?
because they didn't do Ice Cap Zone when he was snowboarding down the snowy mountain.
They can't. They lost the license to that years ago.
But it makes me so sad still.
Yeah, me too. It's a banger, but just get Amazon Music.
They
It'll
did
listen
do
to it.
Live and Learn on Sonic 3, which is cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Sonic's had a lot of good
Live and
music over the
learn.
years.
Yeah.
Makes up for all the shitty games.
Or was it
Next.
or was it Escape from the City?
Oh, I don't know.
I can't remember.
That's another banger too.
Yeah, it was one of the two.
Was it actually the one like from the actual game, or was it like a remix?
From Sonic Adventure 2.
I'm a
Really?
fan of the Sonic Boom
That's cool.
song.
That's cool.
Yeah, from the animated
Sonic
show.
Boom, Sonic Boom.
Yeah, that's the Brawl version as far as I know. But yeah.
That's the only one I know. All right, so she had a least favorite. I really feel they missed the mark on the Silent Hill movie series, and they definitely dropped the ball with the Until Dawn movie.
She
Hard
doesn't
disagree.
she doesn't like that it's not like it takes a lot of liberties from the source material. Like
That
in the
doesn't make
movie
it
they
bad,
can
though.
No, but it irked her, and that's her opinion.
Yeah. So are the characters the same, or are they completely different?
Characters are different, and the whole idea of what happens is different too.
It's
Oh,
like
really?
a Cabin of the Woods style horror, and it takes inspiration from the stuff that happens in the Until Dawn movie. But what they were going for was like a literal interpretation of a player's experience who went through the game multiple times. So the whole story is that they can all get murdered, but they'll get reset and put back in their bodies and remember that they got murdered, and they have to try to make it until dawn. That's the challenge basically. And the
But
people
also,
decide they
if
don't want to
they-
leave anybody behind. But
Hmm.
like they'll do stuff throughout the movie, like kill each other when they figure out that somebody else died or something, right? And I guess the longer it happens, the more Wendigo you become, because
Yeah.
people just go feral from the idea that they died so many times and they don't
I think it's
actually want to die.
15 or something like that. But yeah, there's like a
Anyway,
number.
It's really
Wow.
good because they brutally murder everybody as many times as they want, yet everybody survives at the end. Like I really thought it was a great horror concept, and it sticks to its own logic, I think, really well.
Yeah, no, I
Interesting.
like the Until Dawn movie. It's more of like a personal gripe with her that she just because she played the Until Dawn game like 15 years ago when it came out or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
15 years. No, it's been 10 years. Easy. Easy.
Not that old
No,
yet.
it's
11.
a little older.
11. It's 2015. Take it easy. Take it easy.
Whatever.
We're not that old yet.
I feel old.
Yeah, we're getting there. All right, JMO. My favorite video game to movie is probably Street Fighter, the movie Come At Me. Is that the anime one? I actually don't know.
Nope.
No?
That's the live action one.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see what he's saying. Like, come at me. Like I get you.
Like
For some reason, I
it's a
thought that
hill
was.
he's gonna die on.
My
Yeah, I
only comment
gotcha.
is he needs to watch more movies. But anyway.
I read "Come at Me" like it was part of the title. Oh my god!
Street Fighter the movie.
Come at me.
In theaters this fall.
Come at me, bro. All right, least favorite. The fact that they made a House of the Dead 2. The fact that they made another that was somehow worse than the first is almost impressive.
I didn't even know that existed. And I went and saw a trailer for it, and it's worse than you think. Because the games, I feel like, were tongue-in-cheek, and they knew what they were up to, like making like a really crappy, campy movie, right? And you're like, well, it's perfect. It could just be a crappy, campy zombie movie, and it's just so much worse. You know it's bad when it's a preview that I look at, and I'm like, I don't want to watch this, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, even on like bad movie night.
Yep. And I love me some bad movies.
All right. I skipped one here. Chris in the Bucket. I thought the first few Resident Evil movies were good, then they faded off, but were well made visually. Uncharted had potential, but meh. Mortal Kombat, the more recent one, was trash. Haven't seen a lot of the others to compare.
Dude, Chris, you're just a hater.
I didn't like the most recent Mortal Kombat movie. It was at a time when Mortal Kombat 11 had done its thing, and Mortal Kombat 11 won awards for its story and everything. Like, it was really good.
Oh,
And
really?
the fact they took zero inspiration from that achievement, because Mortal Kombat up to that point, the story was not very good. They really turned that series around real quick without like altering or resetting the timeline or anything. It was excellent. And
I mean, I thought it
like,
was
just
cool, the whole like
like, whatever.
Scorpion and Sub-Zero storyline, and I didn't mind the main character at all. And I like that they got their powers through like, you know, training in the arena and learning how to master them. I thought it was fine.
You just like fucking whoops.
Doing good.
Fucking whoops.
Sonya the whole time is telling Kano about how trash he is and he'll never be good and whatever. And he ends up getting the power from somebody because he kills them, and it's one of the ways to get the power. And Sonya doesn't have power, and she tries to enter the ring, and they're like, "You can't because you don't have the right." Kano turns around, fucking whoops. He's so good. He's so funny in that movie. He made it, man.
He is.
The movie's a good time. I don't care what anyone says.
Kano MVP.
And the way Jax gets his
Kano
arms in
hard.
that movie, Sub-Zero freezes Jax's arms and then breaks them off, and then they surgically put the new arms on him.
Mechanical arms, yeah.
It's changed throughout the years. That always kind of happens to him.
Yeah,
his
well, I mean,
metal
I'm just
arms
saying, it's cool.
is what makes him, yeah. He actually didn't have metal arms in Mortal Kombat 2.
Yeah, somebody always rips him off. Just depends on just the person changes depending on the.
Yeah, I'm just saying it was a cool movie. I liked it.
He liked it a lot.
Wasn't violent enough for my taste.
Yeah.
There was no Johnny Cage punching Goro in the nuts because of the sunglasses.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to be in the second movie, so I'm assuming they're going to go there.
I hope so.
Yeah, Johnny Cage could potentially give Kano a run for his money. Because he's funny. He's a funny bastard.
They got to get Nicolas Cage to play Johnny Cage.
No, they got
I didn't look at
Carl
any.
Urban.
I didn't look at any casting.
Yeah, so have you watched The Boys Show on Amazon? Yeah, so he plays a character named Billy Butcher, and he's like a really charismatic, like deep state government agent guy.
Is he the black hair guy?
Yeah, killing superheroes, the one that's like diabolical and like, that's like his whole deal.
Yeah.
It's hard to sum up Billy Butcher in 10 seconds if you haven't watched the series. But I could not picture him as Johnny Cage, but I guess we'll see.
Oh, yeah. He looks a little old to be a Johnny Cage.
I know. It's exactly what I was thinking. But you know what, though? Idris Elba is someone who I always pictured being like way older and way less fit than he actually is. And then you occasionally see him in like an action movie role and you're like, okay, I can see it. But like most of the time I see him as characters like Heimdall in the Marvel movies or this other show called Luther. And he just kind of like lumbers around. So I assumed he was like an old guy, but then you see him in like one of the action movies, like the Hobbs versus Shaw movie. And you're like, and he's Black Superman. And you're like, okay, I guess he can do this kind of stuff. So that's kind of what I'm hoping that we get out of Carl Urban, really. Is that I'm more surprised because Billy Butcher is not like the run around and kick ass type of character, and it's the only familiarity I have with Carl Urban.
Yeah, I'm looking at him now. I don't know. Maybe I'll be surprised, but yeah, he doesn't look like a Johnny Cage to me whatsoever.
Yeah, Katana's gonna be in it. That'll be cool.
Yeah.
Would Ryan Reynolds have made a good Johnny Cage? I think it would have been perfect.
Oh, probably. Yeah. I mean, he does a good Deadpool, so yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I think he would have been absolutely perfect. probably at least 3 times what Carl Urban cost, though.
Yeah, but Mint Mobile's like basically free.
Yeah,
he stopped doing those commercials. Like I stopped seeing ads for those.
Not sponsored by Mint Mobile.
No.
But we should be. Give us a call. Anyway, speaking of movies and games that blur the lines, want to talk about Until Dawn?
Let's do it.
All right, so Until Dawn was a game created by the studio Supermassive Games, but I believe was published by Sony, so not an indie game. Although Supermassive Games, I think at the time, was a relatively unknown studio. Now they do, I believe it's a series called The Dark Chronicles or something like that. So they have a bunch of these games now. So Until Dawn, I think was the first one. If it wasn't the first one, it was the first one that was really popular. Where it's this horror style, tell a story with a group of characters, the relationships, all the choices matter, butterfly effect, all that kind of stuff, right? Later on, they've done some others like Man of Medan, and I only know some of these others because a person from our Discord, Chef Doug, and he likes to get me to play one of these every single year because he knows I hate horror games, but it is fun to do. Personally, don't think that Supermassive Games has ever recaptured the magic that exists here in Until Dawn, as in, having played 3 or 4 of these things now, I think this one is far and away the best. The thing that is cool is that they all have like that narrator that exists in the game, and he's different in this one, but in the subsequent games, he's the same guy, kind of like a Tales of the Crypt kind of vibe, where it's the same guy telling you stories every single time, and you're like visiting with him, and it's heavily implied that he is death. And I think that's pretty cool. This game is not like a platformer or RPG. It's like very much like your choices matter type of a game. But if you're familiar with Telltale, it's a little bit more engaging than that. Like you actually have to walk the character around most of the time.
Yeah, and pick up items and read things and kind of piece some of it together before it, before it happens.
And QTEs and all that.
Yeah, yeah. It's interesting. It's done episodically. There's 10 chapters in the game, 11 if you count the prologue. Each chapter is only about an hour long, so it's nice to be able to like sit down. Even does like a little previously on Until Dawn.
Oh my God, I wish I
every
could
time you
skip
open
it.
it up. Yeah, but it's kind of cool. I think it's meant to be like a show that you would watch.
Yeah.
I think they did a good job with it.
Previously on Until Dawn Z.
So there's 8 characters. Are there 8?
I think
there-
so. Yeah.
You're
Or is
talking
there 8
about?
counting Beth and?
Well, let's
Or is
see.
there 10 counting?
No, it's 4 guys, 4 girls, right?
No,
yes.
I think there's 10 with Beth and Hannah.
Okay, yeah. So it's a cabin in the woods style horror movie, and 10 kids go up to a cabin. 8 kids play a trick on 2 of the kids, and 2 of the kids run off into the woods, and tragedy happens, and they disappear. And then, like a year later, I can't believe a year later.
It's actually only 6 play a joke on 1.
Yeah, but like a year later to me is
5 of
crazy.
them,
But
actually, 5.
yeah, they all end up back there for like a reunion sort of a deal, and just mayhem ensues. So
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
like the brother Josh, the 2 that run off were sisters of Josh, and he does like basically like a coming back to like the cabin, like he does like a video, like it's gonna go viral or something. Like, we're gonna do like a party, we're gonna party back here. I know it's been a year, I'm getting over it, blah blah blah. But like I think obviously he wanted everyone back because he wanted like some sort of revenge
well,
for what happened.
yeah, and he's like loaded too. His whole family
Yeah.
owns the entire mountain.
Yeah, because his father is a big fancy director of Hollywood movies.
Right.
And you learn in the prologue there's someone else up on the mountain already. Like there's
Yep.
the guy in the gas mask that reaches down to try to pick up Beth and Hannah.
Yeah.
So like you already know there's something up there, right? Like you kind of have that sense going in.
Right. Yeah, no. Like I obviously he wanted to save Beth and Hannah because he's up there for a reason, obviously. Like, I mean, he keeps himself secluded, but they have like these, things called wendigos that like people like turn into on that mountain. And he's basically up there to like basically, fight them off and kill them and all that stuff.
Oh, who, Josh?
No, the guy with the flamethrower.
Oh, okay, yeah,
The
yeah.
stranger.
But
Yeah.
but like you don't know any of that. Like you think he's
You think
if
he's
you're
the
playing this
maniac
game
at
blind,
first.
Yeah, you think he's like some killer. Although he is very obviously reaching out to help you. Like there's no reason to not take that hand, I feel like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
but yeah, so you go up there and everything seems pretty normal, and your friends are gradually getting up there slowly, and you get a little bit of background on their relationship. You get to meet some of the characters, get kind of a feel who everybody is, and game mechanics and all that, and you get some like history. So was Sam at the initial? So sorry,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of
She
was
was.
Jessica at the initial party?
Yep.
She was
in
hiding
on it.
under the bed.
Yeah, she
And
was in
Matt
on it.
and Matt was.
Yeah, he was the one recording it.
This is a weird little incestuous group.
Yeah,
What?
I mean,
What are you talking about?
Like just like everybody's dating each other. It's just weird. Like to have that close friendship
Oh.
and you guys are just like switching partners. Like I don't know, the whole thing is
oh
weird.
yeah. Because I think the first time around, Emily and Mike were together.
Yeah.
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 And like you get this whole jealousy thing. And I'm playing this from an old guy's perspective. So it's just like, I don't know. Like I really wouldn't get into any of that drama, but some of the choices are like you don't really have a choice. Like it's like either berate the guy or come careening through the problem. And it's like neither one. I'd be like, yeah, man, it's cool. I don't really care about Emily. Like, or I have the emotional quotient as a 35-year-old to understand that, like, oh yeah, they were in a relationship for a long time. Maybe they're just apologizing and he's giving her a hug. Like, and that's okay.
It's like I have the emotional bandwidth of a fucking couch. It's like it's fine.
I don't know. It's just like all, yeah, whatever. But yeah, you don't really get those choices. So like there's a relationship system, and this kind of gets me to the first thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. Because I went digging around for info and I couldn't find anything. So each character has stats, like your bravery, your charitable, like how charitable. There's I don't know, it's like 8 stats. The reason I don't care what they are is because they don't seem to do anything.
Yeah, I
and
didn't think
neither
they
do the
did.
relationships.
Yeah.
No,
Like I don't know if
I
this
think
is-
the only reason that they're there is to see how your action, what you choose, how it changes your relationships, but it doesn't really change anything. You just get to see the differences.
well,
I
and
don't
there's
think it really matters.
yeah, because like there's a point in the game where I don't know if this happened to you guys, but like Dan already talked about the Wendigo a little bit, but like Emily, my least favorite character, got bit by one of the Wendigos, and everybody's doing the zombie reaction thing where she's
Yeah.
going to turn
Yeah.
into one. And like my relationship or Mike's relationship with her was rock bottom, like 0. There's nothing in there. And he's pointing the gun at her. And you would assume if there was any point where the relationship would matter, because he thinks he's going to shoot her for a good reason, that she's going to turn into one of those things on them. And he still doesn't shoot her. So that just like cemented in my mind that like a lot of the choices are false. It feels like.
Well, you can shoot her there.
Well, yeah, you can shoot her, but I think you could shoot her whether or not your relationship is good with her or not.
Oh, so are you saying if it
Yeah.
was like rock bottom, like you wouldn't even have a choice, kind of thing?
No, my relationship, Mike's relationship with her was rock bottom on my
Yeah.
playthrough, and he didn't shoot her in the face. So I'm guessing that there's no instance where you don't at least have the option to not shoot her in the face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what Don's saying is that it doesn't matter what choices you've made in the past relationship wise, you still get the same choices.
Yeah.
So it's like there isn't really the only negatives and positives are sometimes the endings change based on your actions, and the like interview at the end that each character gets, they can have good endings or worse endings.
Okay.
And what is recorded for an ending changes based on what you've picked throughout the game. And I think that's where the stats come into play. Like they change what the people say in the interview at the end.
Oh yeah. Because I've noticed they'll say stuff about each other in the interviews.
Right.
So that makes sense. Yeah.
So there's a small thing about the interactions, the way that the characters
Yeah.
grow, or
Yeah.
or you know,
But no gameplay changes.
no.
Yeah.
It's just this game feels intimidating on its surface. Like there's so many choices and avenues that it could potentially go down, but I don't actually think that's the case.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But
Like I think you're
don't
more
know.
or less going to get the same story kind of no matter what happens. Just there's going to be variability in which characters survive, I think. I think you could probably kill everybody before the end of the game.
Yeah.
If you tried hard enough, but
Well, yeah, because I was thinking of that too, because it was like the amount they would have to change, like in the game, if like say someone died like extremely early, then he's like now he's not a part of the game. So it's like now you have to kind of like mold the story without him being in it. So
They also do extra scenes and dialogue when people die
So-
about because Chris died for us, and Ashley talks about it for like, I don't know, 30 seconds or whatever. So they added
Yeah.
something in.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is like when they die, it's going to be around the same area in the part of the game where they're like quote unquote supposed to die. Like I don't think
Yeah, I think everybody has like 2 chances or maybe 3
Yeah,
chances
exactly.
of actual death.
Exactly, because like the amount of like, footage or like development they would have to like make to like completely change the game if they could just die at any point in time, you know what I'm saying? So like they only have a few spots where they can actually die, so the story stays cohesive.
I mean, it is only a 10-hour game, but I guess, if there were 2 or 3 times where people could die over the course of 8 characters, I guess that is a lot of possibilities.
Yeah, yeah, like say if like Josh could die in the beginning of the game, then it's like the whole story would change. Like, so I understand why there's only a few times where they can actually die.
I think what would have been neat and what I thought was happening, because like I had watched a lot about this game before playing it, but so like I thought that maybe there were playthroughs based on your choices where you were trying to survive the night and get away from like a slasher. And there would be just playthroughs where you didn't see the Wendigo like ever. And I thought the Wendigo was like a certain, thing you had to do to unlock that monster. And that's kind of what I thought this game was.
No, you were giving it way more credit.
Yeah, but wouldn't that have been awesome though? That like, depending on what you do, the danger is different.
Like
I
an
thought
actual
that'd be
choose your own
really
adventure
cool.
book.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's a pretty linear game. There's some exploration stuff. Actually, there's kind of a lot of exploration. Found
Yeah.
myself during really inappropriate times where like you're being chased or something, but you get a sense after a while of when you think action things are going to come up. Like if you're walking a character around, you're generally safe. Like nothing is going to come out and attack you, generally speaking. So like you'd be getting chased by a Wendigo, but as soon as you get player control back, you're like, oh yeah, go back down that hallway. Where's my totem?
Yeah, I know, right? It gives you a glimpse of the future too with those
Yeah.
little
Except when
totems.
you're in the mines, I think you're Emily, and you're getting chased by one.
Yeah. By
Like,
multiple, right? Was that the part where they get chased
It's
by
like
multiple?
crawling around the mine shaft and
Yeah.
like really fast and then stops, and then really fast and stops.
Yeah. Yeah, that's freaky, man.
After she falls down into the mines from the radio tower collapse.
Right.
And then, yeah, you're trying to get out.
Yeah, so for everyone who's uninitiated, Wendigos are a Native American folklore creature that is actually in real life as much nightmare fuel as it is
Yeah.
depicted. So in this game, they're kind of like meth zombies, is kind of what I like to call them. They
Yeah.
move around real jittery like, and they don't go down with bullets like at all, ever.
No. They're afraid of fire, and fire.
Yeah, they don't like
effective against-
fire.
Yeah. And they can only sense movement too. So if you stand perfectly still, for whatever reason, they can't see you, which is kind of weird to me because like when you can see like the vision of the Wendigo, like the characters are all lit up and they're all bright.
It's because they're moving.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
yeah.
So it's like what
When they move a little bit, but if you're the Wendigo, things do move a little bit. So you're probably just like, if you're like standing outside and the wind is blowing, it's probably just like lighting up like Christmas. You just get over it eventually. You want to be sure when you jump into something blind.
Why? The thing's
Yeah, true.
indestructible.
Because sometimes things are hot, I guess.
You feel heat.
They might feel the bullets. You can't ask them. But Wendigos occur when stranded travelers resort to cannibalism. The spirit of the Wendigo is supposedly takes them over and turns them into a ravenous flesh-eating monster. And it makes you wonder how a legend like that actually came about.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know.
Did these tribes people like occasionally would get stranded? One would eat another, and they'd find that guy, and he'd be going totally out of his mind, and he'd try to chew your face off by the time you found him. And they were like, "That,
Well,
we
it's
gotta
probably
give a name to that."
some
Like,
guy had
horrifying.
peyote and just went like off his rocker.
My wife said the same thing, peyote.
So,
But
like,
they do have their roots in the cold climate, though. Like that's where it comes from.
yeah.
So,
And that whole like cabin area, like it's above a mined area, like a mine shaft, and basically like they got caved in, so like there was like a bunch of miners who got trapped in there, and they couldn't get out. So what I'm guessing is they probably resorted to cannibalism at one point. And
Yeah, there were 12 miners.
yeah, so now you got like probably 10 plus Wendigos down there.
But there also was the sanatorium where they were experimenting on people, I think, because
Yeah,
they
no.
knew about the Wendigos to make it
Yeah.
happen.
All of those people returned from the mine. They rescued the 12 miners, and
Okay.
they put them in the sanatorium. Like, there's so much literature that you find throughout the game. They put the 12 miners in the sanatorium to check them, like to monitor them, because they should have been weak, they should have been frail, they should have been starving. But when they came out of the mines from being rescued, they were at peak physical strength, and they were doing things that were like inhumanly possible. So they put them in the sanatorium to study them and to monitor them, and they started changing. And some of them are chained in there. In episode 9 or whatever, Mike goes through it, and there's a bunch of them chained up into cells and all that. Those are the miners.
Yeah.
Some of them escaped, but
So how did you guys do in that section? Because I had learned by this point that occasionally the game will make you like run out of bullets or something. But like
Yeah.
some of this stuff is beautifully crafted. So when there's a part in the very beginning of the game where Mike and his girlfriend Jessica at the time get like quote unquote banished to the guest cabin. So like it's
Shadow
off
Realm.
from the main cabin, right? But the Shadow Realm is right, because this guest cabin is like, I don't even know, like
It's got to be at least 2 miles.
yeah, it's so
Yeah.
far away from the main cabin. Like it makes no sense. And then they have to go through the mines to get there. That would have been the very moment when I was like, nope, going back to the main cabin, and you're just gonna have to deal with the other girl there, because I am
Yeah.
not going through there. That's not happening.
Yeah, that's insane. Like I would have been the same way. I'm like, get in,
No.
Nookie's not
Yeah.
that worth it.
I'm not gonna be in the mood after I go through there. I'll
Yeah,
tell you
no
that for
way,
sure.
dude. No freaking way.
And then the deer that gets attacked, and then you have to either comfort it or take its life. And then you're in the middle of comforting this deer, and it just gets dragged off, and you get
Yeah,
chased
hell
by.
no. I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm so out. I'm so out, because even if it's not a Wendigo, it's something else not good. Like
Oh
a
yeah.
bear.
Well, they thought it was a bear at first. But like even still, like I don't know. It's like some of the characters, like especially Mike, like I don't know. He was like basically fearless the whole time. I'm like, there's no
No,
way.
he was a scared baby in
Reckless.
the beginning.
In the
Yeah.
beginning, maybe, but like
Yeah.
then all of a sudden he just like didn't care anymore. He's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna go. You know, it's just like
So she gets like ripped out of the window, you know, like horror movie camp style, right?
yeah,
And dragged off, and Mike turns into an action hero. He's got like no shirt on, and he's
Yeah.
like running through the snow, and he's jumping. He's like Ninja Warrior, right? If you do all the QTEs, and he finally catches up with her, and then she falls down an elevator shaft, and I was like that point in the game, I took all the fast paths and I didn't miss anything, and I was like, how does she still die? How is I not like, how is I supposed to save her?
I think if she's dead there, her jaw's ripped off.
Apparently, because I did
Yeah.
find out later she wasn't dead, which wasn't the most ridiculous surprise of the night. But like, you know, and from there, so in his mind, he should probably think that she's dead, right? Because when he finds her, she's not even really in condition that you would think she's going to live through this, right? So he chases a guy, and he sees a guy up at the top of the shaft, and he shoots at him. And then the second time he shoots at him, he doesn't have any bullets. So
Yeah.
back to my original point. Later on in the game, I'm going through the sanatorium, and he takes a big fistful of shotgun shells, and he takes the shotgun, right? I did not shoot at a single Wendigo that was behind bars, because I was like, this is how the game gets you. I was like,
Yeah.
they already showed me this. I was like, if I shot at every Wendigo behind the bars, I'm just gonna have no bullets when the thing actually does come for me. So I just like paused at every single one. I don't know if you guys did the same or.
Yeah, I did.
No, I shot everything.
And you still had bullets?
Yeah, I didn't run out.
Wow. Okay.
Well, it's like you don't know, so it's like
Yeah, I just figured that if I failed something, he might die, and so I just kept doing it, and I
You
didn't run
weren't
out of
worried about
bullets.
running out of bullets at all?
No.
Oh.
Listen, before this happened, Chris died in my profile, in my playthrough. because of a missed gunshot. So I was hitting every gunshot.
Oh, fair enough. I had only lost Matt up to this point, and I lost him apparently because Emily finds a flare gun, and you can choose to let her keep it or give it to Matt. And I was like, well, it's a horror movie. They always go after the chicks first. So I made sure she kept it, and Matt just winds up defenseless against a Wendigo that hangs him on a meat hook.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I guess it was the flare gun that I was supposed to give Matt, which never comes up again, by the way. Emily doesn't use it later for anything at all. It's just, you may as well throw it in the garbage.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Does she use it to light the gasoline on fire?
No. Or not in my playthrough, she didn't, and I didn't have the opportunity. I never saw that flare gun again. She
If
got
you have the flare gun, I think
She got the flares from
from the stranger.
yeah.
Yeah. I gave Matt the gun.
Yeah.
Or Alicia was playing. She gave it to him. That wasn't a chapter I played. I watched.
I mean, out of the two, she seemed like the more competent one, and it's not saying much.
Then Matt.
Those are the real bottom tiers there.
Yeah, he didn't get a lot of screen time in this game. Like Matt, like he was.
I don't know. He died the first chance he had, so yeah, I couldn't tell you.
You know, he doesn't get a lot of screen time at all in this game.
Yeah, I'd say he gets the least.
Yeah.
You know what I did think was cool though is that a lot of the people that played these characters, the voices, you can absolutely see who they are. Like
Yeah.
The Emily I knew right off the bat as the girl who plays Cheyenne in Superstore, and I can't remember her name right now. Nicole Sakura. Yeah.
Yeah, and the actress that plays Sam is from Heroes.
Is she?
Yeah, she's the indestructible skin girl.
Oh, that actually makes a lot of sense. You know who her character really reminded me of was like
Who?
season 1, 2 Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, kind of.
Like the really early seasons when she was really young. That's who she reminded me of. She was awesome too. She didn't flinch like ever. She was
She
great.
gave me main character vibes.
Yeah, me too. She was like the main character.
Yeah.
Her and Mike are the main characters.
Yeah, Mike didn't give me main character vibes at first, but it quickly changed.
And then Josh is Rami Malek.
Yeah. Yeah, that one I saw. Yeah. Kind of interesting how that happens, and even the guy who plays the narrator is pretty similar.
Yeah.
The narrator?
Or Dr. Hill, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Peter.
Is he the guy that plays him
Stormare.
in the movie?
I didn't see it on his IMDb page. Maybe.
Peter Stormare, yeah.
Yeah.
Dr.
Oh.
Alan Hill.
Yep.
Yep, he plays him in the movie.
Well, that
That's
makes
so
sense.
cool.
I thought he bore a striking likeness to the video game character before knowing that.
Nice.
So how did you guys do on the collectibles? I probably got like 70% of the totems.
I went back and started collecting everything. I think on my first playthrough, because I had Alicia and she knew a bunch of stuff, I think, yeah, it was probably like 80%. I was missing like 3 files per thing, and then I was missing like 5 totems out of 30.
Oh, wow. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I was probably around 60%.
I found a lot of the clues too. I think I was only missing like 2 or 3 per page also. So I don't know. I didn't have a problem finding the clues. For some reason, the totems just dropped off. Like I was doing great. It was like a typewriter. I was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then suddenly it was like 6, like way up
Whoops.
there. And I was like, wait. I was like, that's like 3 ahead. Where were
Missed them.
those other 2?
Yeah, mine were sporadically missed. Like, because sometimes there are collectibles in this game that you can't see, and alternate paths that you can't like see unless you stumble into them.
Yeah, like sometimes in the woods there are some alternate paths to find the totems, but you don't know.
Yeah,
if
the
it's the way
camera
you're
doesn't
supposed
show
to go.
you.
Right.
Yeah, like you kind of have to guess whether it's the way you're supposed to be going or not. Based, like the rule I tried to follow was if the camera is directing me down that route, go a different way, and that I think worked decently well, but definitely not all the time.
The first totem that I missed is right in the beginning of chapter 2 when you're playing as Chris trying to break into the lodge. If you walk backwards from the stairs, it opens a whole nother area that you wouldn't see otherwise because the camera doesn't show it to you.
Hey, listen, for my Final
Okay.
Fantasy X days of walk backwards and get the Albed primer, okay? Like,
Yeah, no,
I
I'm
haven't
not.
forgotten.
I'm just saying that is the case on some of these totems.
Yeah. I definitely figured out. So, like, your party gets attacked by this killer clown guy, or at least he was a clown for me. Was he something else for you guys?
He was
No,
like
Did
a
he wear a
skull
different
for
mask?
me.
Okay. I assumed he wore a different mask based on the things you pick. So in the middle of each chapter, you go to this like therapy session with Dr. Hill, who serves as like a I don't know, almost like a master of ceremonies between the acts basically, and he gives you like some kind of lecture, makes you go through some kind of weird little exercise of like essentially rank your friends, just like creepy stuff. And he's just an all-around creepy guy and a really cool charismatic presence to the game. I forgot where I was going with this, but what did you guys think of those interludes?
yeah, I thought
They
it
were
was like
pretty unnerving.
yeah, I thought it was like setting the stage of like what's to come, pretty much.
But there are certain things that you see that, or certain choices that you pick that change the way that the gameplay shows. Like, for example, the maniac chasing you had a clown mask because you were scared of clowns, but mine didn't have the clown mask. And at one point, it asks you what you're most afraid of, and it comes down like a bracket tournament, basically, until you finally get down to the one. And mine was needles, and the maniac was chasing me with a needle. So I think some of those choices are there to gauge you as a person and see what your fears are, so that they can play on them a little bit, which is pretty neat.
I picked spiders, and I'm really surprised that they didn't do anything with spiders.
Yeah, I did the snake, and I don't think
I
there was any snakes. At least
Did you
I don't
guys
know.
try to play this game truthfully, or do you try to when you do this sort of thing, do you try to play as an alternate persona, or do you try to play it truthfully?
I try to, play as close as like how I would do it, kind of thing, for the most part.
Yeah, I tried to be truthful the first time anyway and
Yeah,
get an actual like real experience,
right.
and then go back and be silly later.
I think some people probably just go right for the silly or right for the evil or the, whatever the worst possible path is.
Yeah.
So I don't
Yeah,
know.
I
Just
mean,
curious if you guys were that because we don't really play many of these types of games.
no. Yeah, no, I was pretty truthful when I played.
Yeah. So for the first half of the night, there's like a killer chasing you, and he's like a Saw style killer where he's putting your people into these situations where they have to like make some kind of weird choice. This was like another moment where so Josh and is it's not Hannah. What's her
Beth,
name? No,
Sam?
the redhead.
Ashley?
Ashley, yeah.
Yeah.
So Ashley and Josh are both chained to a wall, and Chris has to pick between the two of them. There's like this buzzsaw thing on like a railroad track. I don't know about you guys, but I waited to see if
Yeah.
something would happen because it's what I would do in real life. I would just not
Yeah.
pick and just be like, if you're going to shoot me, go ahead and shoot me, but you're not getting your jimmies off because I'm not picking. But you can't not pick. So I ended up picking to save Ashley, and it ended up killing Josh. And I was like, fucking whoops.
I thought that was a little weird at first, from Chris's perspective. Like any normal person probably wouldn't have touched those levers, but like he was like all into it, like basically like, oh, which one do I save? Like
I don't know. Would you touch the lever? Tell
I
us in the comments if you would
yeah,
touch
like
the lever, because I that's how I would handle it.
exactly. Like he didn't like even question it. He was just like basically, okay, which one do I pick? It's like, all right, bro. Like I didn't know you wanted to kill somebody that quickly, that fast.
Choose. No.
Make me.
Could you just jiggle that thing enough times where it broke and go in and save him?
I don't know. He didn't
So
try
yeah,
very hard to get through that door.
so you find out after some really heinous stuff that the killer clown guy is actually Josh, and it's like a whole revenge porn scheme that he has basically to
Yeah,
terrify you all on camera and post it online and get
right.
a bunch of views. I don't know. He's going through an episode. His two sisters died last year.
And he is mentally unstable.
Yeah, very
Well,
mentally
now
unstable.
now he is, yeah,
Yeah.
because he spent a lot of time isolating and apparently talking to Dr. Hill, which would unnerve anybody. So
Yeah.
I
Well, he
don't know.
wasn't he was off his meds pretty much, and like he just basically wanted revenge. Like, I guess like innocent revenge because he didn't want to kill anybody, but he really wanted to scare everybody.
He escalated to the point where he like punches one of the chicks too. So I mean,
Yeah,
he was all in it, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like I said, he was off his meds, but like even like that whole like buzzsaw thing that he had going on, where Chris had to choose, and it goes to Josh every single time. It doesn't matter what you pick, but like it's just a dummy. Like when it actually goes through Josh.
Filled with pig blood or pig guts, I guess.
Yeah, and it was pretty
Yeah.
creative too, because like you know, he actually puts his head, because the actual like dummy is headless, but he actually puts his head on top of it to look like it's actually like him.
Could you imagine being in Josh's position and seeing the blade come up and hitting this fake body with the pig guts and you having to pretend like, oh,
Yeah, and then like basically, you know, try like your best death face after like your, you know, the saw goes through you know, to make it look convincing. Tongue hanging out.
I that was some Scooby-Doo level bullshit going on there.
Yeah.
Like as soon as I saw the head hole cut out, I was like, it's like one of those like carnival things you stick your head through to take a
Yeah.
picture. I was like, no. Yeah, anyway, it was a really good fake. But then it turns out there are things on the mountain that are killing people because the other members of the party, because they didn't stay at the cabin, are encountering a different type of problem. And it turns out to be the Wendigo problem.
I want to know how long Josh was there planning all of that and why he never got attacked by a Wendigo.
Right? I thought the
Yeah.
same thing. I'm like, these things are just out there, and he's just like, you have to imagine he did some of that work at night, right? Because he spent all this time up
Yeah.
there, and I think they mentioned that he was spending a lot of time up there alone, and they were all worried about him. So how could he not have run into a Wendigo?
Especially being in the sanatorium.
Those
Like,
things
he's
kill
there-
everything.
When
Yeah.
Mike goes to the sanatorium in like chapter 4 or 5 or whatever it is, that's Josh
Right.
with
And
the
I-
dogs and everything, right?
Yeah. Well,
No,
Or is that the stranger?
that's the stranger.
That's the
But
stranger.
how is the sanatorium like connected to the lodge? Like there is that. Like there's like
So
a
it's underground
tunnel.
hotel.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, how did the like Josh and the stranger not meet up at one point either? You know what I mean? Like I thought like that would have happened at one point too if he's spending so much time up there.
Yeah, so there's another character who is the stranger, but he's like a crazy old dude with a flamethrower who has figured out everything there is to know about these Wendigo things, including how to kill
Yeah.
them
Well,
with the flamethrower.
not well enough because
Yeah, he was
he's on
very-
screen for like 10 minutes.
He
and
was
dies.
very underwhelming. Like I thought he was going to be like this badass that like basically gets you all to safety, and that I don't know. The
I think he
climax-
could have been if they didn't force him to go back out there because he knew he didn't want to go back out there. So he already knew that despite him having a flamethrower, it was probably not a good idea. Like
Yeah,
just
I
too
don't know.
many variables. And like he even says it, oh crap, we're out in the open. Like he doesn't know which direction it's going to come from now. Like it's
Yeah.
not like the thing hesitates, right? Like it comes at you and it either gets burned or it doesn't. It's not like afraid of fire to the point where it's going to stay away from you because you have the flamethrower. It's like still coming at you.
Yep.
They're fast.
Very strong and very fast.
Yeah.
And like you saw one on fire attack Mike and it was still on fire and it probably still would have killed him if you didn't save him as Sam.
Right.
So like they're not that weak and they do appear to hunt together sometimes. So like I don't know. If they had all stayed in the cabin, I think they would have been fine, which is the strat.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah, they don't
horror
seem
movie
to
has its
open
bad decisions.
doors, so you just need to stay away from windows.
Yeah.
And wooden structures.
Well, everybody
It-
tries to play hero, you know? It's like one goes out to save somebody, and then the people at the, you know, in the basement are like, oh, now we got to save Mike. You know, it's just like a trickle effect.
Dude, as soon as I showed up at the cabin and there was no power and no hot water and no nothing, I'd be like, I'm out.
Yeah.
I don't want to be here.
But that
Pretty
stuff
much.
does exist there though. They just had to turn it all on.
They never get power on.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, what if we were all on a trip? You know what I'm saying? Like, we all went up into that cabin. Would you just leave us high and dry like that?
You'd be catching me in that cabin. That
Yeah.
wouldn't
Yeah,
happen.
no fucking way. Dude.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if we were all together, I mean, would you just leave? Just because they were all like close friends. So it's hard to make a case for someone just up and leaving.
Probably not. But we'd all be sleeping in the same room. I'll tell you that for sure.
I sure as hell, being Sam, would not go and take a bath by myself in the dark in this giant cabin.
Oh yeah, no.
Okay, well they had been there a bunch of times. Like I got the sense this was like an annual trip for them. And they'd all grown up doing this, so I would assume it's comfortable for them. That didn't bother me that much.
In the dark? Like,
Yeah, I mean it's like your own house. Do you walk around your own house in the dark? I do.
I mean, I turn my lights
Sometimes.
on when I'm in a room.
Yeah,
Well,
but I can walk around in the dark.
and they all play jokes on each
Fine.
other too. So like when like in the beginning of the game when like
Dude, I would have punched Chris in his face.
Oh yeah,
the-
definitely. I'm like, okay, I've got the high ground.
yeah,
Just fucking kick him down the stairs.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Hell yeah, dude. Listen, I feel like you kill what it is that's chasing you. That is the best way you can be safe. That's like how I approach these.
Yeah,
Problem.
it ends
Yeah.
the danger.
Exactly. If you know where your opponent is, you become the hunter. Like that's really
Yeah.
what it is. You want to have the advantage. You surprise them. You take them out. It doesn't take that much. Just take them down, and you're done.
Yeah, no, that's a good way to get killed.
Don't turn
What
your
Chris
back.
did.
Don't turn your back on your opponent. You just don't. But yeah, no, Chris would have got his shit rocked, definitely. Especially because they had like a bat near them.
yeah, yeah. Well, they didn't think anything was like wrong then. I think at
Well,
that point of the game.
There was noise that was regular,
Yeah, but
and Sam points it out.
but
And they
at
had a
that
bat.
point,
They go to investigate.
but
They
at
knew
that
something
point,
was up.
yeah, but at that point, they didn't know there was like Wendigos and all that stuff.
No, but still.
Yeah, and then the time Sam was taking her bath and her clothes were missing, like, she thought it was like
A prank.
a prank, exactly. So like at least in the beginning of the game when there was like weird shit going on, they all thought it was just like somebody pranking them until
I get the
Yeah,
sense they're a big prank crowd.
yeah.
Oh, dude, Jess walks out of the cabin in her underwear in the snowstorm to yell.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be doing that. I'd be staying
exactly.
inside.
I'm like, did any of these people get cold? It looks cold outside.
Oh yeah. For sure.
Yep.
God. Or like
Did you
the
guys
parts
get like Ash vibes when Mike finally puts on a jacket and gets the fucking
oh yeah.
sawed-off shotgun and the and he
This
has the two
is
fingers.
my boomstick.
He has the two.
So, if you don't have to examine that trap, and
I
if
know.
you don't, you just keep your fingers.
How can you not though?
I know. I checked everything.
I mean, you can also examine it without touching it, but I touched it. I would have a hard time not touching it.
See, and that's why Josh would get his ass beat because of that.
Oh, definitely. He did get his ass beat.
Like losing two of your fingers over the prank. Like I'd be beyond.
It's just a prank, guys. So yeah, do you guys want to talk about the finale?
Sure.
Yeah. So the finale is eventually everybody gets back to the cabin in their own way, but the Wendigo are already there. There's several of them.
Mhm.
And they don't, as we've already covered, they don't see you when you don't move.
Yep.
They have some other tricks up their sleeve, but that's like the main gimmick, right? They're practically invincible except for fire. And the Wendigos, oddly enough, in this scene start fighting with each other, which I thought was weird, but I think they're just getting frothy because they know you're there. Like,
Yeah, it could be. I know one of them's Hannah, one of those Wendigos in the
yeah, the big one. She's bigger than the other two.
She's the most recently turned. So
Yeah. She grabs one and like smashes him through the wooden stairs like some kind of rag doll. Like grabs
Yeah.
him by the ankle and just slaps him through the stairs.
She's like,
Rip
these are
him
my
out.
kills. Get out of here.
apparently,
Kind of a being challenged type of scenario.
apparently they're invulnerable to everything except fire and stairs.
Well, you can decapitate them, I guess, but they are strong as shit. So they do. She had to do that herself, but I guess that works.
Yeah.
It's like cutting diamonds with diamonds.
Yeah. Well, the one that got slammed into the stairs, I don't think died. I think he was the guard with the beard.
Yeah.
I think he just got rocked for a second, stunned. But so you have to figure out a way for everyone to escape the cabin. So they knock each other into like some kind of gas pipe, and then the gas starts spewing out. And then Mike shuffles over and breaks a light bulb. So if you turn the light on, it's going to scorch everybody. And I guess the decisions you make in this final moment determine how many people get out. And like I came down to run for the switch or hide with like the Wendigo right in front of me. And I assumed to hide I was going to have to move. So it didn't feel like a good option. And I had already gotten it away from Mike. So I thought we were both going to run out together, but I flipped the switch and I killed Mike. And I felt so bad because
Yeah, I
I
hid
really
because
like Mike.
I knew that everybody needed to make it out.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't. I assumed Mike and Sam were going to get out together.
Yeah, well, only one person can fit through the door. I was waiting for him to get out, which is why I hid.
You and I can fit through the doors in my house together. I think if we really had to, if a Wendigo was chasing us, I think you and I could fit through the door at the same time.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Like, I don't know, they're pretty young. I don't know. That's just pretty innovative to like break the light bulb to know to like, you know, turn on the switch to
2015, young people were still smart back then.
I was laughing so
I
hard.
wouldn't even have thought of that, dude.
I was laughing so hard when you saw the gas, like you could see how it's like, distorting the air. And the face that Mike made when he looked over to Sam, it was the dumbest fucking like
Some of the faces, like they were definitely using mocap for this, but some of the faces did not land.
Yeah, for sure.
oh my god, his face was like the biggest tool face of all time. He's just like
That's great.
I laughed at Mike's faces the most though.
Yeah.
And then Chris's were second.
Yeah, Chris is a goob.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
He's a mouth breather for sure. You know it. Yeah, so that's kind of it. You know, I don't know if there's much more you can say about this game. You know, you play through the story, you can play through multiple times, get all the collectibles, I guess. You know, it takes about 10 hours or so.
Yeah.
Takes
Well, if
about
anyone, I think Steve was saying this too. If anyone dies, you can go back to a particular chapter, right? And then go through it with different options. So you can get everyone to safety, I guess.
That's actually really nice. You don't have to do a
Yeah.
whole new playthrough.
Yeah.
So if you screw something up at the end, like killing Mike, you can not do that, I guess.
Yeah, well, you'll have to do the whole chapter, but yeah.
Well, it's just nice because it's like, what if somebody died like near the end of the game? It's like, what do I have to start a whole new game? You know, so it's nice that they do that. You could play like
Oh yeah, I think it was like a necessary addition. Like I
Absolutely.
think if they didn't do that, it would land flat because you'd have to play through the beginning areas. And I mean, yeah, you can make new decisions, but you kind of don't want to make new decisions if everybody survives till the end except like one person.
Yeah,
You want to keep
exactly.
your decisions the same so that people live.
Right, exactly.
So it is really kind of integral that they did that.
Yeah, for sure.
So there we have it. You guys ready to get into the host review?
Yeah, let's do it.
So before we get into the host review, what I'm going to do is get our plugs out of the way. So we're the Cable Club Podcast. This is year 3 for us. And if you want to check out the rest of our backlog, head anywhere you can find podcasts. Wherever you're listening to us now, consider subscribing. And even better, if you've been listening to us for a long time, help the show out. The best way you can help us out is to give us a rating and review. Tell us what we do right and what we do wrong. You know, give us the appropriate star rating you feel we deserve. I think it's 5 stars. But
maybe.
you know, if it's not 5 stars, that's okay too. We just want to hear from you. You could consider joining our Discord. We like to hang out with those folks. Those are our favorite fans because we talk to them every single week, and they sometimes talk us through different elements of the games that we're playing. And they pick a lot of games for us, and it just makes this whole thing a lot more fun. You could also send us an email at thecableclubpodcast@gmail.com, and our website is thecableclub.com, where you can go find a lot of neat goodies there, including the results of the last league that we did last year and just upcoming news and events. You can also find us on the Facebook and the Instagram for updates there as well. And so for host review this time, I thought because it was a user selected game or it was a viewer selected game, we wouldn't go into our normal categories, but instead let's rate our friends.
Boy, let's do it.
So I found us a tier list of the Until Dawn characters that we can do together and discuss, because this is a big, so this is a little tongue in cheek, but it is a big part of the game, who the characters are and how you feel about them. So I'm going to pull that up for us. And if somebody could get the name of the stranger, that'd be really good.
Give me 1 second here.
I feel like
Jack Fiddler.
Yeah. Okay. So I have some categories here. I have hero, survivor, fodder, and villain. because some of them are on this list, and below I just have the pictures. So I think all the categories are pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, for sure.
But the first one I have, and I think it's a good one to start, is Ashley. I think these are in alphabetical order.
Yeah. Okay.
No, actually, they're not. But Ashley. So Ashley is like a mutual crush with Chris.
Yeah.
I guess this like unrequited love thing. And it's always like Chris having to pick Ashley and like kill the other person, or Chris having to kill himself or kill Ashley. So like there's this whole subplot going on with that. And like Josh tries to get, Chris to just go for it, and Chris won't. So I don't know.
Well,
What do you guys think of Ashley?
Well, she's definitely no hero, so we can get that right out of the way.
Yeah, I'd say that she's like I think she's fodder, man.
Yeah, I'm dancing between Survivor and fodder too, but like,
Yeah, she just doesn't do much.
I mean, she does try to save Jess at one point. I mean, even though it wasn't her, but like, I don't know.
Yeah, she doesn't make a lot of impactful decisions. She doesn't she's like literally just there, but she's not actively against you. So she's definitely fodder for me.
I could go either way.
So I feel that she's fodder, and because mine died doing the only useful thing I felt like that character could do, which was try to save Jess. Because they had just done like a Jess scene where she's trapped in the mine, and then you're going through the mines and you hear banging and yelling. It's Jess, and the other group had already walked ahead. So I thought this was like her moment to go save Jess, and if I didn't do that, then she was going to be totally useless. But no, it's a Wendigo mimicking Jess, because apparently they do that, and it rips her head off and kills her. So yeah, I think she was a lamb to the slaughter.
All right, fodder it is.
Fodder it is. And then this next character, who is this? Beth?
That's Beth.
Yep.
She actually gives me hero vibes if she like didn't die in the beginning of the game.
Yeah, Beth, total hero.
Yeah.
I was going to say fodder because she dies so early, but okay.
No, she runs out into the snowstorm, chases after her sister.
You're right. She even holds on to the cliff for a good long time.
I feel like if she didn't die there,
show.
she would have been like a hero type. I feel like anyways.
Yeah. At the beginning, when you're hanging on the cliff, you get to choose whether to let go of Hannah or not.
Did you do that?
I didn't know.
I let go because I've already played that part before.
So if you let go, does Beth live?
No, they both die. Well, they
that
both
sucks.
seemingly die.
I wonder how that changes the game if you decide to let go. Like, does Beth write nasty notes?
I chose to let go. But...
Like, does Hannah write nasty notes about not feeling bad about eating you or something? Like,
I don't know. I didn't notice anything.
Next up, we have Chris. My personal feeling is Chris is a survivor. I think he's
he tries to go out and get Josh at one point, right? I don't think he's a hero. I mean, I know that's like a hero act, but like,
he's a good friend. He talks Mike out of killing Josh because Josh is like, obviously sick, right?
Yeah.
I his capability aside, I think he's a pretty good all around guy to have around. He's definitely not hero status. His capability holds him back from there, but
yeah,
I think he does pretty okay.
Yeah, I would say survivor.
Yeah, I think survivor's fine for him.
I feel like I know more Josh's, more no Chris's than Mike's.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Now we have Hannah.
Fodder.
Villain.
Oh, that's
yeah.
She's. I was actually thinking the human one, but yeah, that's true.
All right, villain it is.
Hey, she's got her villain arc. They.
Good.
Well, look at that Wendigo. It's got a tramp stamp.
Well, not only that, she eats her sister. I mean, what do you want?
She does. She feels really bad about it though, but maybe not if you drop her.
Oh.
All right, Sam.
No, that's Jess.
That's Jess.
Oh, Jess.
Fodder
for sure.
No, disagree, dude.
Really?
She gets mauled, falls down an elevator. She's still alive and can walk. It's kind of insane.
She doesn't
but she
do
doesn't.
anything.
Yeah,
though.
she doesn't offer
Yeah.
anything.
Okay, that's fine. Fodder. Just there to get yanked out of the window.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm outvoted. Josh, villain.
Villain. For
Yeah,
sure.
villain. Easy.
Matt.
I think he.
I'd say Survivor is fine
Ye-
for him.
Yeah, I would. Yeah,
He
I think
fights the first Wendigo, right? If you give him the flare gun.
Yeah, but he doesn't do a
Well,
lot of heroic acts.
yeah, but just his mentality too. Like he's got a good head on his shoulders. You can clearly tell that he's very level-headed, which I think
I don't know. He's dating Em. That's kind of a point against that, wouldn't you say?
I mean, we all make those mistakes in our life, right? When we're that young.
I guess so, but they're like less than a year into their relationship, and she's already berating him like that. It's way too early for that nonsense.
Where's my pink bag?
Yeah.
Like he must be into that or something. I don't know.
Maybe could just be a horny teen. Who knows?
Yeah,
But like again, like I think he has like survivor mentality for sure. At least
yeah,
in
definitely.
my opinion. Yeah.
My feeling is fodder, but I'll be outvoted again. Mike.
Hero.
He's God. I don't know. Just like that, like the stereotype jock. Like I don't know. I wanted them to stick it to him in this game, but like yeah, he's for sure a hero.
He's like a lunatic though. Like
You add the lunatic to the
yeah, I did just for him because like yeah, I get that he's mad that this person he thinks killed his girlfriend. Okay, he shoots at the guy, he misses, chases him down, shoots at him again. He's got no ammo, right? Chases him back to his little hideaway. Okay, fine. Then he realizes the guy's got trained wolves and is in this giant building, compound thing, and he's followed him for a long time, and he's hearing weird stuff in the woods, and it's like you've had some time to cool off and rationalize this, and the next thing you know, you're sneaking around in the basement of an abandoned sanatorium, on the other guy's home field turf. And again, he has trained wolves, which everybody should be afraid of, and he has no ammo and no means to defend himself, and you're like, dude, what are you doing?
I know.
Like you're just asking to get killed. Like
yeah.
At the very least, a better use of your time would have been to climb down the elevator shaft to make sure that Jess actually was dead, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Or at least go back to the cabin. Like,
But I think the
I don't
part that makes him heroic is the part where he goes back for the key.
see, I thought that was stupid too, because it's an hour until dawn. These people all have phones and have time. Like,
There's no service on the mountain.
right, but you still have the time, and they already know at this point that they have to wait it out until dawn, and they're in like a really secure room. They're like all set up. All they have to do is be quiet for like an hour, and he can't even wait that long. He has to go, track down his friend that we're pretty sure is dead at this point because he's been hauled off by one of those things. I don't think that makes him heroic, but again, he's got a big set of cojones on him for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't
Yes.
say he was smart, but he was heroic. He did it to save people.
Yeah, exactly.
I think he just likes doing it. I don't know.
Hey, firefighters might enjoy their job. It's still heroic.
I mean, he was gonna shoot M, so I'm not sure how convinced I am about that. But speaking of
of
which,
M, villain!
You think Emily's a villain?
Dude, she is a shit stirrer.
she gets her
Just
hose.
skanked here.
I'm calling her skank tier, and I'm sorry if that offends you, dear listener, but Emily was the first one to throw the skank stone out right after saying how smart she was. And in my personal opinion, as soon as you tell me how smart you are, and then that word leaves your mouth, male or female, I instantly have lost a lot of respect for you. And Emily, that's like her high point. It just keeps going down from there. All she does is berate Matt.
Yeah,
Like
she does
all
she
the
does.
time, and she's just I don't know, she's just an all around awful person.
Literally everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she's just
Yeah, that's why I was going to put her in the villain tier until
Mhm.
you made that one.
terrible person to. Yeah, so I made a new
Yeah.
Emily tier that was below the villain tier on purpose. And yes, I think it's below the villain tier. This kind of toxicity can do you much more harm than a killer. Okay. Sam,
Easy
I vote
hero.
hero.
Easy hero.
Yeah. She doesn't blink ever. She's
Yeah.
never like too freaked out to act.
If these were like, ordered, she would definitely be number one, I think.
Mm-hmm. Smart enough to know not to go back out for the key, also.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Yeah, she goes to save Mike at the sanatorium.
Well, it's because she knows Mike is alive. She's not going to
Yeah.
go out there for Josh
Yeah.
because she doesn't even know if he's alive. Like, very rational, right?
Yeah.
And she doesn't go alone to go save Mike. She convinces the group somehow to go save Mike.
But then at the end, she goes, and then they go back to the cabin. She goes by herself.
Yeah. Well, and if you do everything right too, she is also selfless in getting everybody out before she gets out last to blow up the Wendigos.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah.
Definitely a hero.
For sure.
Mr. Jack Fiddler.
I'd say Survivor.
Yeah, like I don't know. If he had more screen time, I definitely would say hero, but like I don't know, dude.
No, you guys haven't watched enough horror movies. He's 100% fodder. He's that
Eh.
there's a term for this character that they introduced to be the badass to immediately kill. Like,
yeah,
and
but
that's
how long did
exactly
he
what he's there for.
survive against the Wendigos?
Yeah, he was up there for quite
over
a while.
year.
Yeah.
Actively hunting them. Yeah, but for the sake of the story, he doesn't do that much to propel it.
No, he gives you the what's the word? Basically he gives you all the information, the exposition.
So I feel like he would either be hero or fodder. I can't see the survivor argument. So
Well, the only reason I chose that is because he knows how to fight them, and he has been fighting them for a long time.
Right.
He's chained some of them up.
And it was his idea to tell everyone to stay in the basement until dawn.
Yeah, that's the main reasons why I picked Survivor, because he is a survivor. It's just that he dies because of fucking Chris.
if he goes in Survivor, I think we should move Matt down.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's just hard putting him as fodder because it's like we said, it's like he's been probably, fending them off for at least a year plus, probably longer than that.
I think Matt and Ashley are on the same level.
I think Matt has a better head. Like he's more level-headed for sure. I mean, I could see it. Like he didn't really get like a lot of screen time. Matt,
Fine, put Matt and Fodder, and then put
I will take that. Mr. Fiddler.
Fiddler in the Survivor.
I'll take that exchange.
I think this is a picture of a Wendigo.
Wendigo, yeah. That's a villain.
So this highly depends on which chapter we're talking about, because chapter 9, where Mike's running through and shooting him and everything, definitely fodder, but otherwise villain.
Yeah.
Not fodder because they can't die.
Yeah.
Well, actually, they all get blown up. You do get a pretty
Yeah.
good body count out of that. And Dr. Hill. I can't really classify him. He really is
I
his
don't
own.
know.
Yeah, I think he goes in the Emily Skank tier.
Yeah, he's going in the skank tier with him. It's sort of like asking me, about the woman who is interviewing them and asking them questions at the end of a game.
Well, the reason that I picked that actually is because he gets so angry when you're not honest with him. I don't think you've been completely honest with me.
I know, I lied to him on purpose.
So he's definitely he could be in the hero lunatic, because he's definitely a lunatic, but
he also is like he also could be villain because he's on some level Josh's messed up psyche that's making him go crazy, right? So, but I like him in skank tier.
Same. It's funny.
So there you have it.
Yeah, he's hang on, I got a little punny. Skank Hill.
Can't kill.
Oh yeah.
He also never comes back for subsequent games, so
Just a movie.
yeah.
got-
Yeah. I guess I didn't in this exercise I didn't expect to rate someone like Beth. So I guess, her being in hero tier is really interesting to me.
Yeah. I just think if she survived, like if she didn't die initially, she definitely would have been up there with Sam. She
You
just
guys
had those vibes.
You guys are honoring her memory.
Yeah.
I guess the only reason why I feel like Josh isn't in the fodder tier is because he makes a lot of critical choices. Like a lot. He gets put in situations a lot where he has to make choices.
Hmm.
Whereas I feel like,
Josh?
yeah. Like you have to make a choice to kill. Oh, no, sorry.
Chris.
Yeah.
Chris. Oh, okay.
He makes an awful lot of choices that affect other people in this game. Whereas I feel like Ashley basically does nothing. Like I can't think of a moment where Ashley does something that saves somebody else. Or like,
Well, when you control her and you stab Josh with the scissors, but yeah, not much.
would that have changed anything, I wonder, though? Because he was just going to get her with the gas mask anyway.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's either get her with the gas mask or get punched. So I don't know. False choice. Anyway. Yeah, so that's it. So that's Until Dawn. I mean, it's a pretty wild ride, and this is the 2015 version. My understanding is it's being remade or has been remade.
Yeah, it's already remade.
Yeah, which is wild because boy, do I feel old when a game that's only 10 years old gets remade.
I don't think it needed it, to be honest with you. Like the game.
No, I thought this holds up really well.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that they did that.
Yeah.
Well, they added a couple extra things. Apparently, you can save Josh now, and also, they changed a lot of the renders because you were talking about the cursed faces, and they changed some of the controls. You know how sometimes you'd be walking in a direction, the camera would change, and then you'd like be all messed up. They fixed that too. So,
Hmm.
I mean, it's probably a pretty easy game to remake.
Oh,
They have
probably.
all the source material. Like they
Yeah.
have everything already. Just upscale
Well, I
the
would
graphics,
assume
add
they
a
had to
couple
record
things.
new dialogue, right? Like the
Probably
characters
not.
don't say all the same stuff, do they? Because otherwise, that to me that falls under a remaster category.
Yeah, I think it's closer to a remaster.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So cool. We're gonna set Until Dawn aside, and I can't say I'm sad to see it go because this is episode 3 of Dawn Hates Horror Games. But yeah. All
We've
right.
had
So
more than 3.
Steve's gonna pull up the picker wheel. Maybe it's Eternal Darkness that I don't really count because that one wasn't
Well,
that scary.
No, but we had. Well, I mean, I guess it may not be like scary, but we had Resident Evil 4. We had
Resident Evil 2, Silent Hill.
yeah, Resident Evil 2, Silent Hill.
Resident Evil 4 is not that scary to me either.
It
Yeah,
has-
sorry. This is episode 4 of Dawn Hates Horror Games. So
I don't know if there's one in the picker wheel or not, but
We'll
Veto.
find out. Veto.
all right.
share that picker wheel.
Share screen picker.
What is the next thing we're playing on the winter backlog?
Are we all ready?
Come on, DBZ.
What is Killer Frequency?
I don't know, but it's a game that somebody put in the winter backlog.
DBZ. Really?
Hey,
Wow. That's an old one.
we got Castle Crashers, which just recently, last year, got an expansion. Can you believe that?
Oh, really?
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm really excited now. I wanted the excuse to go back and play it. And it's a game we can all play together.
Yeah. Well, how about
This is going to be a tone shift for sure. These are like back in the dark days of the internet when Newgrounds was cool. You guys remember that?
Yeah. I just always think of the episode or the level where the deer is propelling itself with its shit.
This game is so Newgrounds it hurts. Anyway, come join us in 2 weeks when we talk about Castle Crashers. And in the meantime, join us in Discord and play it with us because it's so much fun to play as a crew. And it's a rocking
Yes.
good time. So before we go, I'd like to say that our theme music is done by Cubby, who has a Bandcamp. You can go check him out and throw him a few bucks for his music. It's pretty cool. And our editing and graphic design are done by the three of us, and what three talented guys we are. And Lady Lishi is our social media coordinator. So check us out anywhere you can find podcasts. And for now, we'll see you in 2 weeks. Game over.
Game over.
Game over.